with me while I demo my 5 favorite tools for teaching online and hybrid classes. They are the Google Spreadsheets, the Google Forms, WordPress, Prezi, and then screen capture for all of the above. As I move into Rev 8.0, or my 8th semester teaching, I ask myself, is my class engaging? Is it interactive? Is it collaborative? Do I have a balance of assignments that are not stressful because of the introduction of too much technology? Or do I have too few that are interesting enough so as to move away from boring, repetitive, stereotypical type of assignments? Well, I believe with these 5 tools, I've created enough variety and enough interest to create a media-rich environment. The assignments can tend to fit into 3 categories: reflective kinds of learning activities, some that are hands-on, other assignments are more collaborative in nature. And hopefully you will find assignments that are adaptable for your purposes in your context. Of all the new technologies I've been practicing, this being the 2nd semester with the Google Docs, this is my particular favorite. As you can see here, I've got 6 weeks worth of activities. There's week 1, week 2, week 4. This is a converted Excel spreadsheet into a workbook on a Google Doc. And I have different kinds of hands-on activities listed here. And let me just show you the purpose for them and how they're set up. The beauty of the Google Doc now is that you can merge files and you can customize it and you can drop in screenshots for a description of how to complete assignments, and that's what you see here, a description on how to accomplish the week 1 activity and a week 2 activity, and week 4 would be more of a traditional kind of spreadsheet that uses Excel, where I have formulas to ease with the repetition, and we have totals so that the assignment feels interactive. The other compelling reason to use a Google Doc is if you have assignments that are related and you can carry over information from one sheet to the next, maybe from one week to the next. So what you see here is a calorie total that is based on what they filled out from this particular cell. I have that cell automatically feeding over here into this, so they can see at a glance, without doing much extra work, how they fared in comparison to their expenditure and their intake. For assignments that need guidance and possibly some intervention, this is also a pretty compelling way to set up an activity, because a student can go in here and make adjustments in different weeks, and you can go and interact and make changes with them in that same document. It's very convenient. And it also is time-stamped, a number of really awesome reasons why the Google Docs are very practical. Here you see the total sheet, or the grade sheet as I like to say, that has unique information that I've decided to pull from those different weeks. So at a glance I can see totals and know if they have completed the assignment without having to look through each one of those tabs. And the other most exciting component of using the Google Doc for me would be the ability to create this external spreadsheet where all the information from the students is being imported from their individual worksheets, and I can see at a glance totals of the student, or if I need to go grade or how they're doing, all in one place without having to open each individual document. Another tool I've used this semester is the Google Form. I've embedded the form right here into my own little website on WordPress. It generates this spreadsheet automatically into my Google Doc files, and I was able to collect very quickly random answers from the audience, some using their iPad, some using their iPhone or their computer, and in this particular case they're anonymous. And your usage for this is full of possibilities. I can't say enough about the results of the blogging. And the use of the blogs has so many possibilities, but just to show you a couple of examples, This particular blog is a combination of a couple of different classes and a couple of different institutions, and it's a bit like a diary where the students come in and post weekly on the results of their wellness plan behavior change. Use of WordPress and blogging in my class has definitely added a new dimension to the interaction and the sense of teamwork in my class, and this latest post is a very good example of it. I won't read it to you, but it's very candid and honest, and it can be very encouraging to others, and that's my goal for this particular blog. Oh, okay. And so here's an example of one of the latest posts, which I just now am reading. And yes, the students are very honest and themselves, which is very endearing to me. That it's more project-oriented, where they're demonstrating healthy recipes that they've cooked. And they're very personable and honest, again, which is very conducive to the type of teamwork that I'm looking to build, where we're also sharing and learning together, and they become more the center of the learning. And the last item to talk about is the screen capture program, Camtasia Pro, and I use it often in conjunction with Prezi to demonstrate some information or content to the class, but I also then, of course, record anything that's on the screen in terms of learning how to use technology to accomplish assignments. And here's an example of a class tour that I have that demonstrates how to use and to get around in the class and what they're accountable for by showing them the syllabus and the calendar.
In this class,
See, I have multiple screen captures that are converted into a YouTube document that make it easy for them to click and watch. And then, of course, as you remember, the very first part of this video was a Prezi that was converted into a screen capture, which is converted into a YouTube video. And please feel free to visit my website, techieteach.com, to check out different videos pertaining to the different teaching tools. Thank you.